There's a new giant rising in the super middleweight division, and he might just be the one to replace a fading Canelo Alvarez. His name is Osleys Iglesias.
Oh! Wow!
An undefeated Cuban monster who's been wrecking opponents one knockout at a time. In this video, we rewind through his most explosive performances to see exactly why Iglesias is being hailed as the next king of the super middleweights. Osleys Iglesias Estrada was born in Havana, Cuba in December of 1997 and grew up steeped in the island's boxing culture. He started boxing around age 7 and developed through Cuba's tough amateur system before moving into the international scene. As an amateur, Iglesias compiled a heavy fight load with more than 200 bouts, regularly competing at national and international tournaments to sharpen his mettle.
All right, so I had a very good amateur career. I fought internationally in Russia, in Italy. I didn't get out to the Olympic Games, but other than that, I had a really good amateur career. I did a lot at the amateur level.
Iglesias' most notable amateur win came at the 2019 Cologne Boxing World Cup, after which he made a last-minute risky decision to defect to Germany. A major reason for his decision was competing at the professional level, since pro boxing was banned in Cuba until 2022. Immediately after defecting to Germany, Iglesias made his professional debut in 2019 against Malkaz Sujashvili and wasted no time making an impression. From the opening bell, the Cuban came out firing heavy shots, and within seconds, Sujashvili was sent crashing to the canvas. Sujashvili managed to get back up, but Iglesias dropped him again just moments later. With Sujashvili's battery running low, Iglesias showed no mercy and quickly finished the job, making a thumping start to his career.
Felicitaciones, Osleys Iglesias,
Just 2 fights later, Iglesias stepped back into the ring to face Rafael Sosa Pinto, who was dropped with a crunching jab within the first few seconds. Pinto got back up and came forward aggressively, trying to turn things around, but Iglesias caught him again with a clean shot, leading Pinto to complain about a punch to the back of the head. Once the action resumed, Iglesias landed another precise jab, and this time it was enough to finish the job. Iglesias kept his momentum going in his next fight against Robert Rox, which was for the vacant IBO Youth Super Middleweight title. The young Cuban controlled the action right from the start. He used sharp jabs and uppercuts to stun and drop Rox early in the fight. Although Rox managed to get back up, it was clear the end was near. Iglesias kept the pressure on, and with 3 knockdowns in a single round, the writing was on the wall. In May 2022, Osleys Iglesias faced seasoned veteran Isaac Chilemba for the WBA Intercontinental and IBO International Super Middleweight titles, and this time he went the full 12 rounds for the first time in his career. From round 1, Iglesias set the tone with sharp jabs and forward pressure. The Cuban dominated the early rounds with his volume and clean combinations. In the middle rounds, Iglesias landed heavier shots that wobbled the veteran. And in round 9, he scored a knockdown with a slick right hook after slipping a punch. Chilemba showed his experience by surviving the onslaught and rallying with counters in the later rounds, but Iglesias stayed composed and never let him take control. After 12 hard-fought rounds, Iglesias was awarded a comfortable unanimous decision and the 2 belts.
Osleys Iglesias.
While Chilemba was tough as a $2 steak, Iglesias' next opponent was anything but. In September of 2022, Iglesias stepped into the ring against Ezequiel Maderna. And from the opening bell, the fight was one-way traffic, as Iglesias immediately bombarded him with a flurry of stiff jabs. But once Iglesias opened up with his full arsenal, the fight quickly turned into a demolition job. Just over 2 minutes into the first round, Iglesias landed a crushing shot that sent Maderna face first onto the canvas. With 7 straight wins under his belt, Iglesias earned his first major title opportunity in December of 2022 when he faced Andrei Velikovsky for the vacant IBO super middleweight title. True to his style, Iglesias came out aggressively, using a sharp jab and quick left hands to back Velikovsky up and control the distance. Velikovsky tried to move and counter, landing a few body shots, but Iglesias kept the pressure and landed the cleaner punches. Iglesias started mixing in uppercuts and hooks, winning most of the inside exchanges as Velikovsky clinched to slow things down. Velikovsky had some success with counters to the body, which slowed Iglesias slightly, but the Cuban's work rate still gave him the edge. Iglesias picked up the pace again, landing heavy shots that caused swelling around Velikovsky's eyes and forced him backward. In round 9, Iglesias staggered Velikovsky with a big left-right combination. He stayed up, but was clearly hurt and went into survival mode. Iglesias trapped Velikovsky on the ropes and unloaded a brutal flurry, forcing the referee to stop the fight. In his first title defense, Iglesias faced undefeated 11-0 German prospect Arthur Reis, who was a seriously challenging fight on paper, but the ground realities were different. In round 1, Iglesias came out aggressive and landed heavy blows. That put Arthur Reis down late in the round. In round 2, Reis steadied himself and tried to press the distance, but Iglesias' pressure and cleaner punching kept him on the back foot. In round 3, Reis showed a ton of grit and landed some counters while attempting to disrupt Iglesias' rhythm, but the Cuban continued to control the range and land the more meaningful shots. Iglesias soon stepped on the gas. He trapped Reis in the corner and landed a crushing left uppercut that sent him down hard.
Erstmal das Gefühl, dass was geht. Und jetzt ist der Kampf zu Ende.
The referee immediately waved the fight off.
Es war ein Knockout mit.
With a highly successful 2023 behind him, Iglesias started 2024 with a bang when he battled Argentinian Marcelo Coceres. The veteran was a tough task for Iglesias on paper, but the introductions ended up lasting longer than the fight itself. Osleys Iglesias came out looking sharp from the start. He applied pressure behind a stiff jab and put together quick combinations while stalking Coceres. Before Coceres could even settle, Iglesias unleashed a powerful left hook that smashed right into Coceres' temple, sending him to the canvas. Coceres rolled around trying to recover, but he couldn't beat the count, and the fight was over in the very first round.
What did that take out of him? That's a left hand. Right hook didn't really factor into this at all.
Right hand on the top of the head. Osleys Iglesias!
The same year, Iglesias signed with the Eye of the Tiger promotion and made Canada his permanent hunting ground. In June 2024, the Cuban was booked to defend the IBO super middleweight belt against Evgeny Svendenko in the co-main event in Montreal, Canada, where more boxing lovers got first-hand experience of just how brutal he was. The 27-year-old Cuban southpaw started the round by pawing with a right hook, testing the distance. Things seemed calm at first, but then Iglesias landed clean shots that clearly got Svendenko's attention. Moments later, Iglesias threw another right hook, but this time with devastating effect.
Oh! Wow!
Svendenko went down in a blink and was left unconscious and convulsing on the canvas. That was all the ref needed to see. In late 2024, Iglesias faced undefeated IBF International Super Middleweight champ Petro Ivanov in a clash of high-profile prospects. but only one managed to prove his worth. Iglesias started the fight strong, charging at Ivanov as soon as the opening bell rang. He immediately targeted the head and body with heavy shots, while Ivanov tried to keep him off with his jab. In round 2, Iglesias began breaking through with sharp uppercuts, and his jabs and left hooks shook Ivanov, who couldn't find his rhythm. The third and fourth rounds were all Iglesias's as well, as he poured on explosive combinations that forced Ivanov to hold on and clinch just to survive. In round 5, Ivanov made a last-ditch attempt to attack, but Iglesias caught him with a clean combination that dropped him to the canvas. The referee didn't need to see more, and he waved it off, giving Iglesias his biggest career win up until that point. Despite the big win, things didn't get easier for Iglesias, as for his next title defense, he had to face 16-1 former IBF super middleweight title challenger Vladimir Shishkin. From the very first bell, this was a different fight. Both fighters came out swinging, trying to take each other's head off.
If you've never watched Osleys Iglesias, big right hook followed with the straight left hand.
That aggressive pace never slowed down, but it was Iglesias who started to do the real damage.
Under their banner.
Yes. And there's another straight left over the top.
His power shots began wearing down the tough Russian early on. Later in round 3, Iglesias buckled Shishkin's legs with a sharp two-punch combo.
Beautiful right hook, left hand over the top.
By the 5th, Iglesias' heavy punches had clearly separated the two, but Shishkin refused to back down and kept firing back bravely.
Second half of this round for Iglesias. Just gonna give him credit.
That allowed Iglesias to land big shots at regular intervals.
He can't just sit back and take punches all night.
The Cuban cut Shishkin in round 7.
Right side of his face. Look, he's trying and stuff, and I think he's even opened up a cut. Iglesias opened up a cut.
Yes.
On Shishkin's face towards the end of the round.
And man, it's above the eye where the blood can. No, sorry, that one's just below the eye.
And then hurt him badly in round 8.
That's a big left hand.
Yeah, and he seems to have just
before unleashing a relentless flurry.
brings the absolute thunder, overhand left, and another one. Vladimir Shishkin is in full retreat.
Shishkin's got a heck of a beard right now.
Yes, he
taking
does.
Shots.
And here's Osleys Iglesias bullying him into the corner again, has him along the ropes. Shishkin doing the only thing he can, which is to hold. Iglesias absolutely unloading, left hand over the top. Michael Griffin has seen enough. I've seen enough. We've seen enough.
The win elevated Iglesias to the position of IBF mandatory challenger for Canelo Alvarez's undisputed super middleweight titles. However, after Terence Crawford dethroned Canelo, Iglesias' focus has now shifted toward the American, which we will unlikely see. But there is Jaime Munguia, Diego Pacheco, or Hamzat Shiraz that will make for very good fights. Will Osleys Iglesias become the king of the super middleweight division? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future updates.